Howdy, everybody. Happy Thursday, y'all. Welcome back to Boxem Office Hours. Good to see everybody. Absolutely. Yeah, let us know who's in chat here today. If you guys are, tuning in, that kind of stuff. We're live every Thursday at this time, 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Eastern. Going live, answer your questions, all that kind of stuff. We're a couple minutes late today, but usually we're live at 4. And yeah, come pop in, ask your questions. If you guys didn't yet see it, we also rolled out a crazy new Boxem feature.
Yeah, I think we should play your video. Yeah, or at least the checker.
Yeah, I'll just show you guys kind of what it is. I know a lot of you guys have been loving it and play around with it, but
yeah, really just saves just an unbelievable amount of time when you're beginner sourcing. From now on, we have more people watching on the Boxem channel than normal too. So what's up, y'all? Any questions you guys have about using the new features, taking advantage of it, or anything? Feel free to let us know as well. We would love to pop on here for you guys. What's up, Chris? Chris, you changed your name. You changed your name on YouTube.
Oh, we did.
Cool. Is bulk shipment upload for step 1 coming soon? I believe it's in the works, right, Warner?
Yep.
Bulk shipment upload, yeah. Okay, cool. A Lopez 2006.
Quality of life improvements and stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
All right, let's see here.
Sweet, just getting this up so you guys can.
Sure. Yep.
Let's see. I was trying to play an ad. I gotta get back on my YouTube Premium.
YouTube Premium, man, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll just do real quick. And there's a full video on my channel. It's literally 2 minutes if you guys would rather go watch that. But yeah, so like I plugged in this new Boxem feature. You can see I literally am on page 86. So there's 860 brands that I got auto approved to sell over the course of like a couple of days.
And that's literally in seconds. You can check up to 5 brands per second.
Yep. So you guys will go into inventory on Boxem, click this bulk ungating button that's right there. You can upload a list of ASINs or just click this suggested ASINs button here. We have like a preloaded list for you guys. And it's just going to start checking brands. So you can see like over the couple minutes I was filming, it ungated 152 brands automatically. And we've seen beginners getting somewhere around 50 to 100 brands. I've seen veteran sellers getting anywhere from 500 to 1,000 brands auto approved with literally, I think it's 4 clicks you have to do. So ungating is no longer an excuse. I know we've been getting a bunch of ungating questions and stuff, but now you can literally go into Boxem and get auto approved to sell, a ton of different stuff with 4 clicks.
Yeah, and it used to be, right, literally as you were going, you'd have to open up a brand or just click a brand, check for auto ungate, then check for auto ungate manually, check for auto ungate manually. Now, when your storefront stocking, you can grab the ASIN from SellerAmp and plug it in. Literally, you can be taking a look at someone's storefront, copy and paste an ASIN, and then run the bulk ungate checker. We're still figuring out like what's the perfect cadence, but I think it's probably somewhere around like 10 brands at a time.
Looks like Ashley's figuring it out. Ashley figured out how to make a bunch of money. You're running out of money. That's a good problem to have. Sounds like you're getting a lot of profitable stuff off that.
Yep, Santosh. What's up, Santosh? Yeah, so basically it used to be you had to check auto ungates one by one. Now you can bulk check them. So as you're going through storefronts, you can copy like 10 ASINs over, 20 ASINs over of brands you think will auto ungate. Then you can plug in the checker and then you know what to go ahead and track down profitably. Not that you can't get ungated as a beginner. You totally can, but we love auto ungate ASINs for beginners. And then 2 guys as well, if this is your first Boxem office hours, we do it every Thursday. Also, if you're a Boxem user, we're going to be doing next week the auto ungate sourcing workshop. So if you're a Boxem user, you're going to get a link to that Zoom training. It's going to be a Zoom training with Warner and I, where we're going to jump on Zoom with you guys. You can speak up if you want. And we're going to be talking about all things auto ungate sourcing using the Boxem bulk ungate checker to add to your normal SellerAmp and keep a sourcing to really just save a bunch of time, to be honest.
Yep, for sure. What up, Leon? What's up, Funny? How you guys doing?
Yep.
Sweet. What's up, Dennis? You said, how do you reuse the email sign-up coupon? Yeah, you've been in the weeds. So, I mean, you just plug in.
Canceling, unfortunately, yeah.
Oh, they don't like bulk anymore?
Yeah, Dix. I mean, the big fix.
To be honest, I never had a lot of success getting bulk there. You guys
I
always
totally
ripped it, but I never
actually
had.
Damn. Yeah, which is, it's interesting that it is random sometimes, but
it's like that on a ton of websites.
Yeah. Denise brings up a good point in that sometimes when you use a coupon heavily on a retailer, they start canceling. To be honest, though, a lot of people worry about cancels way too much. Worry about cancels when they happen. Denise, they actually are happening for, hence why, it makes sense that he's wondering how to get around it. So I have seen people struggling to get around it, but at the same time, like it's not a bad idea at all to it's not a bad idea at all to, you know, plug in okay, let me switch up the email, let me switch up the payment gateway I'm using, let me go on incognito and everything. Oh, Ashley, genius here. Okay, all right. I'm gonna show y'all exactly how to do this live. All right, this is such a good method here, guys. All right, drop a 1 in the chat if you want me to drop some absolute sauce in here that'll really help you guys with sourcing using the new Boxem feature. All right, so here we go. Drop a 1 in the chat. I'm gonna pull this up here.
Lamont's got you. Ortiz.
Yeah, cool. Okay, yeah, you guys totally ready here. Okay, cool. Right, so here we go.
Lorenzo said no.
No, all right, not sure.
He gave you a 2.
Sweet. Okay, here we go. So what I want to do here is if I just go on screen share, you want to pop me up, Warner, right here? So if I pull these guys up, this is so cool because I'm pretty sure Ashley's a pretty new seller. Already knowing how to do that is really sick. Right there. Def gonna give Boxem a try. Yeah, Bill, check that out, dude. All you guys watching can get 2 weeks free on Boxem.com. And then also too, it's very important. We're really entering a major sprint adding to the Boxem product. So if there's improvements, if there's features, if there's stuff you want to see in there, please let us know. But this is going to be a ridiculously easy way to find a lot of auto ungate stuff, especially seasonally. And the way you're going to do that, guys, if we just search like Dove Easter candy, right? So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to start out on Valentine's Day. And so this is how I would find a lot of auto ungate Valentine's Day things, right? Is all I would do is go down to data and then offers on this product. And I want to do data and then offers. And then I want to check include historical offers. And now I can see every seller that's ever sold this product. See this, guys? Literally every seller that's ever sold this product. And now I can export a list of these sellers and copy this CSV. So this is every seller that's ever sold this. So this makes sense for any type of reseller friendly item you ever come across. And now we have all these seller IDs, which I can just go ahead here and copy all these right here. Boom. Right. And then I can actually plug these in on ChatGPT and say, give me a list of these seller IDs. And then I can go ahead and plug those in on Kiva Product Finder and pull all the good ASINs from that brand. Right. And then you can download all those ASINs, plug them into the bulk ungate checker. And there we go. So to reiterate, I just go to data offers, include historical offers, and then export the big list of sellers here. Boom, boom, boom. Right. Then we got these in here. And then I can go ahead and pull all these sellers and take their seller ID and then find all the ASINs using Keep a Product Finder right there, which is pretty simple to go ahead and do. So very, 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 very importante right there. It's a very, very good method.
For sure. You want Boxy to just be Miles' voice talking to you?
Uncle Flips.
Interesting.
Uncle Flips AI. Yeah, look, dude. One thing I didn't realize, one sec.
Oh, Miles getting a home invader or something. Sweet. Yeah, let me know what other, keep the questions rolling here. Let me know what other things you guys are running into as far as scaling and stuff. Yeah, lots of fun. I don't know about the Miles AI yet, but there is lots of fun like AI tools and stuff. Yeah, you've been using Boxy a little bit too. You're muted.
Yeah, too, as well. So like, obviously, like a lot of people have been liking the bulk ungate checker on Boxem too. But there's also all your listing, your FBA shipments, right? As well as there's an AI assistant. There's a feedback requester, right? There's a bunch of stuff you can do within Boxem. Full analytics suite. We're going to continue to add to all that stuff too, as well. So any questions you guys have for us or anything, please feel free to let us know. Thank you for sending the 100 supplier list, Warner. Boom, Lionel Messi himself, man.
Yeah, Messi's hanging out in chat. Little side hustle for Messi. Let's see, you can add a shipment tracker in Boxem. So there's already that already is there, man. You can go onto shipments and you'll see everything you've already sent, like what % checked in, where it is in the status, all that kind of stuff.
And then
yeah, let
me
know if there's like anything like other specifics that you'd want to see there. But yeah.
And then the other way too that sourcing is now easier as well is you can just look at the you can just copy and paste these ASINs over into the bulk ungate checker just one by one.
right there, boom, 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 and then check, and you can plug in an entire storefront pretty quick here and literally see if any of these guys auto ungate too. He's actually probably pretty close to being profitable here at $6. Not quite there, but you guys get the idea, right? So that's very, very helpful too.
Probably just ask like Gemini to give you all the ASINs for a storefront, to be honest.
Ooh, all right, let's see. You think you could do it?
I don't know. There's no way that copy pasting is the fastest way.
Oh, no, not at all. Yeah, but you also, like, it could be potentially discouraging. Like, the way I think it makes the most sense to do is target all the ones you think will be auto-engaged, but at the same time, you might not have a feel for that.
For sure. Let's see. You deleted your account tied to your old LC. Anything start when you start a new one? I mean, if the old account's done, then I don't think so. Like, if you closed it with Amazon and stuff, and you're starting over, should be good, man. Sweet. What's up, Dennis? Said,
yeah, I'm gonna see if
they don't like that you're using the 20 off 100. Oh, I see. I mean, as far as order cancels, try discounted gift cards, PayPal, address jigging. Those are the 3 that are like actually worth trying. And if those do not work, then just buy somewhere else. A lot of times websites will forget you too. Like, you can go to a website and, you know, spend 10 grand in a week. They send it. You try to spend another 10 grand next week. They cancel it. You come back a month later, you get to spend another 10. That's just kind of how it'll work with some websites too. Ooh. Like, there's kind of varying levels of how bulk friendly a website will be, whether they let you buy as much as you want every now and then, or just like canceling a bunch of resellers.
For avoiding order cancels using the Gmail method, right there. No, that can totally work too. Yeah. Each website's unique in terms of what they do cancel and don't. Most websites don't cancel anything. It's a big mistake people make is avoiding cancels that were never going to happen on a certain retailer.
For sure.
Sweet. Ooh, okay. Broad start.
What's up? Bruce said, got your link. Can you see in bulk if you can sell certain products? Yeah, man. So we were just kind of breaking down. You go back to like the very beginning, you'll see everything, but I'll give you like the brief breakdown again. So you'll just go into Boxem. On the bulk ungate feature, you can click our suggested list or import anything you want. And then you're going to have a big list of things that are now ungated for you. And then best practices from there would just be to like take these ASINs, start loading up the like the Amazon listings of these products and start storefront stocking, just like specifically focusing on that brand in the storefront. Because now, you know, you can sell Koala Care, you can sell Victor or whatever, all this stuff, right? Then you just got to filter down to the people who are already selling that.
I went to Keepa and download the product category. Dude, that's a great way to do it too. Yep. Yeah, and then you can plug in that list into KPF and put a 10 seller minimum to find the reseller friendly ones and everything. Is online arbitrage still in the UK or not? Yeah, you can do OA in the UK. Yeah, Broadstar. Yeah, so check that out. So the cool thing is literally like every single one of you guys watching this can, in most cases, really the lowest we see is about 50 auto engates. The highest we've seen is 800. We have a big list of suggested ASINs. Literally loaded up in Boxem, ready to rock and roll for you guys too. And the cool thing as well too is there's even like our users are even posting stuff, like posting their own sourcing tutorials. So like this guy Chandler here, if you want to pop me up on screen here, Warner. Bang. Yeah. So Chandler here, literally, this is a really, really good video that shows how to simplify sourcing here and plug in and pull an entire list of ASINs literally here. Yeah. So like he started like a week ago and he found his own list, just storefront stock, and it was able to ungate 29, literally a 30% hit rate. And he, you know, barely has probably $1,000 in sales on his account. So this is a really good video you guys should check out as well. I just put a link in chat right there, but that's a very good dude.
Very cool. So you did this morning. Awesome. Yeah. I know
you were, Sabrina, how many did you auto ungate? How many did you auto ungate?
Sweet. But yeah, 1 mil profit here. There'd be a lot of stuff on Amazon.
A lot of yeah, seriously.
Probably not this year. I mean, you could, but like, yeah, I mean, I like the scale my Amazon business is at. Pretty good money, but nothing like insane. No like crazy headaches going on all the time, that kind of stuff. People who like are at like massive volume, they obviously, you know, can wake up with, you know, a 6-figure problem. It's not really going to happen too often. And when you're staying like, you know, mid 7 figures, low 7 figures. Let's see. Why don't they appear? So they do. Yeah. Just look at your, like I was literally just showing you. go to your selling applications and you'll see just like a wall of approved brands. So like right here, like if it wasn't actually like trying to apply, this wouldn't happen, right? You can see I'm on page 81 here in this. I started the video on page 86. Those are all approved applications, right? So it is actually checking and applying on those auto ungate ones.
Warner, how many? We had our one of our team members at Boxem. How many was it? We did the first hour we checked him. Was it over?
Just
10,
like
000?
a random first hour we checked. There was wasn't it? Yeah, it was 10,000 people.
10,000. Yeah, how insane is that, guys? Yeah, literally 10,000.
Yeah.
That's the first hour we tracked it, and that was a day after it had come out.
That's obviously like duplicates and stuff. Like if you get the same brand ungated to somebody else, it's going to count as for example.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, 10,000 different. I mean, we got to be pushing close to like 6 figures of ungated brands that
which is insane.
Which is
it's
awesome.
Been like 4 days that this has been out.
Yeah.
Sabrina says already made a few orders after the bulk ungate and went to Ross, stock up. Oh wow. Okay, interesting. Oh, now let's talk about it. Right, that's even a good idea. Imagine downloading. Imagine downloading the ASIN historical sellers list from like a goated grocery outlet product or a goated Ollie's product. And then you literally get a tailored list of every ASIN, every one of those big Ollie's sellers has ever sold. Throw that thing into the auto or the bulk ungate checker and let's dig in. And then you whip out your SellerAmp and you get scanning, right? You get a scanner right there, right?
You could also just figure out what brands are commonly carried at Ross and Marshall's. Take that brand list, plug it in, see what's auto ungated, and come back. Sounds like that's what Sabrina might be doing too.
Let's show you we'll do another goated method up here.
Because you tend to see a bunch of the same, like you'll see like every time you go, you see like a Green Mountain Coffee. You'll always see like the same like makeup brands and that kind of thing.
All right, here's a goated method here. So watch this. So we're gonna do ChatGPT dictate for this here. So let's see. Let's say is it. I'm an Amazon online arbitrage seller and I want to see what private label brands from Home Depot, Walmart, Lowe's, and Target that I am auto ungated in. So can you give me a list of brands that exclusively come from Home Depot, Walmart, Lowe's, and Target that are owned? So think Great Value from Walmart, Goodfellow & Co. from Target, and give me a list of one ASIN from each of those brands. So give me a list of like Target, Goodfellow, other Target private label brands, and one ASIN number from each of those. So I can go ahead and plug them into the Boxem bulk ungate checker, the most goated new Amazon software update the world has ever seen.
It's probably a good thing then, Pete.
Let's see.
That'd be interesting.
Because it's also like, let's see. Boom. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look at that.
Perfect. Yeah. You just need those ASINs.
I mean,
you just say, give me all those ASINs as a CSV. So you're not like copy pasting. Yeah. Yeah. It even said, do you want a CSV? Sweet. Not sure exactly who you're talking about, Dennis. Are you talking about Jonah? The
Steven probably. Yeah. All right. Now that's Jonah. What I'm talking about. Yeah. Look at that. There we go. Yeah. But I need an ASIN too, family. I need an ASIN.
This is why ChatGPT got lapped.
So you like Gemini, right?
Yeah, I switched maybe honestly like a month or two ago, and I have not.
Now I'm all about it. Yeah. And then literally now you can copy and paste this, and like literally you guys can do this here. Like, I mean, I can copy the CSV, and then you can just
still is not giving you just ASINs, but
yeah, right. We can work with it. Family.
Yeah.
It's a beginner there.
Yeah, but point proven, right? Take a CSV from that, upload it into the auto ungate checker, and now next time you go to like Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever, you know which of their brands you can actually sell. Be a lot of them, clearance sales, that kind of thing. Let's see. How do you do it in the UK? So exact same way, man. You just source different websites, right? You'll buy it from instead of Walmart, you're buying from Tesco or whatever, right? Like it's just the only thing that changes is the sources.
Damn. Wait, hold up. Pop up Reginald here. Reginald says, I had a database of 51,000 duplicated ASINs from sellers with less than 100 reviews. It takes forever to check. Whoa. Okay, so he was looking for majorly doing very smart auto ungate sourcing. So he down a list of 51,000 from a bunch of low review sellers and then plugged it in on the Boxem bulk ungate checker. You guys see like everything changed a couple of days ago. Right now, you still have to track this stuff down profitably, but the nice thing is you get a lot more clarity around. There were really two bottlenecks of, it was like, okay, can I sell it? But then is it profitable? And is it profitable is the hard part, but can you sell it was still a barrier to get around. And literally nothing changed. Like sourcing's the exact same. You just basically get to see what's ungated quicker now. And you get to save a bunch of time, which is, a significant savings. Best prompt ever. Thank you, Broadstar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're going to be breaking down a bunch of ways to source now that like gating is like, honestly, it's not a roadblock anymore. It's very cool. Now that gating's not a roadblock on the auto ungate workshop, like we're talking about, we'll be sourcing a bunch of stuff with you guys together. So all you need to do is be a Boxem user and we'll send you the info for that call.
Yep. Just be a Boxem user.
Let's see. What's up? Ashley had a good question. Should you still avoid third-party sellers, even if auto? Yeah. So that's the thing. Like when you're buying stuff, it always still needs to be legit, right? Like even if you're not using it to get ungated, your invoices still need to work. If Amazon says, hey, is this stuff real? Like, is this authentic? So no, don't buy from third-party sellers on any marketplace. It's always got to be like direct from the retailer, brand, that kind of thing. It's just Amazon does not take those. Yeah, so same goes for like eBay and that kind of stuff. Just make sure you're selling that as used if you're going to do that.
Cool. Girl on the clock. Elon would be mad at using ChatGPT. Does it work for EU marketplace? Not currently, just US marketplace right now.
Yep. Let's see. Kelly said, why are you not engaged in an entire brand? There's brands where you're only engaged in a few items. So sometimes there'll be like a brand where, like, call it a glitch, whatever. It might have been separated into technically two different brands on the back end. So you might see like $Olay, right, and then you might also see Olay as like your as like the brands that you're trying to ungate. And it can just kind of separate for whatever reason. Whatever got you ungated in one version of it will get you ungated in the other though. It's not super common, so it's interesting you're saying this on a ton of your items. That's interesting. But yeah, you're still good to go. Sweet. Yeah, keep the questions rolling here. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. We've been seeing a bunch of good bunch of success from all this recently, so it's super exciting. And it was also good to see a bunch of you guys on the free class last night as well. Super good vibes. If you guys missed, we'll be on the next one on the 11th.
All right, so the delivery people that I thought were going to be here that need my help, I thought they're going to be here a little bit later. They're here now, so I'm gonna sign off for office hours today. But yeah, if you guys are a Boxem user, be on the lookout for the auto ungate sourcing workshop next week. You'll just be emailed via email right there, and I'll see you guys next week for Boxem Office as well. See y'all later. And check out Warner's
stick
video
around here, so you don't.
Cool. I'm gonna stop giving y'all the elevator pitch, y'all. Y'all have a great one.
Sounds good. Awesome. Yeah, I'll hang out for another 5 or 10 minutes here, answer any other questions you guys got. Finish out the Boxem office hours here. Yeah, and then just because I know a lot of us, like, you're trying to figure out, what do I even do with that anymore? To start plugging those ASINs into KPF scans, start plugging the brands into KPF scans, or literally just storefront stock like we're kind of used to doing sourcing wise. Lots of opportunity. It's super fun to see. And yeah, like we're saying, let us know if there's anything else you want to see changed or anything like that with the Boxem in general. And sweet, yeah. So let me know what other questions you guys got. Good vibes for sure. And I also, for those of you guys that are just like trying to figure out how to source products and all that kind of stuff, I also posted a video on my channel earlier today, kind of breaking down some examples of profitable products, how to source those profitable products. Yeah, just kind of the whole nine, like a bunch of the things I look for when I'm sourcing inventory. So I know a lot of us, getting ungated, sourcing products, that's the two important things. So if you need to solve that other piece, you can just go watch some good content there. See, Dennis, he said, you have to make 10 mil in sales to make 1 mil profit. At that scale, probably somewhere around there would make sense. Yeah. Unless you're buying some like really high margin stuff. But yeah, usually for like very, high 7 figures, 8 figure sellers, margins are closer to like 10%. Unless they're doing some crazy operations, maybe doing a bunch of retail arbitrage with shoppers or something like that. But yeah, if you wanted to, not guarantee, but kind of come close to making sure you'd actually make close to 1 mil profit, it would be like 10 mil in sales. Yeah. Let's see, CSV come through. I'm not sure. I know Miles was playing around with that prompt there a little bit. But yeah, then on the auto ungate checker, I know we had a lot of people asking if you could export it like differently because it was a text file yesterday. So we just had our team change it, downloads as a CSV. So now when you download it, you'll see a big list of the brands that you're allowed to sell now, basically. Let's see. What's up? You said you have a $500 budget. What market is good for you? So $500 is not enough to start doing online arbitrage. You need like $1,000 to get started realistically. And also like the market you're going to sell in is your country or the US. Yeah, you need like probably, hit the Uber Eats, hit the, whatever you got to do to make $1,000 or $2,000, work an extra shift, that kind of thing. Otherwise, like, if you think about the like compounding of your money, right? You're going to grow your money by 30 to 40% every 6 to 8 weeks, depending on how much FBM you do. Right. So if you only start with $500, after a year, you have like, I don't know, $2,000, $2,500. Like, okay, it's a lot of work to have, grown your money like that. But yeah, just kind of making sure you have plenty of money to cover the expenses and stuff too. You just don't have enough if you don't start with like $1,000 or $2,000. Let's see. Take the new report of ungated products, put it in the keep and figure out what's profitable. Yeah, it's a good way to do it. Or just start opening up the ASINs, like I was saying earlier. If you just start opening up those ASINs, and you can storefront stock off of those too. Here, let me get an example pulled up. Sweet, where'd my tab? I got way too many tabs open. Let's see. Yeah, so you just need to find a listing. So like, here's an example, right? So last night I was running the scan and found that I was auto ungated in this brand, this like clothing brand or whatever, right? So then all you need to do is open up the sellers on here and then filter down to that brand, right? So we know that this person is already successfully sourcing this brand that the scanner showed me I'm auto ungated in. Let me filter these stores down to all of their best Gloria Vanderbilt products in this case, right? And then I can just open the ones where it seems like this person loves competing with Amazon for whatever reason. Something like this where Amazon's not on it very often would be a good candidate. Some of these are like $20. When Amazon's not on it, it's like 40. So it pretty much follows our rule of thumb. Let's actually check these out. I want to see if we found a profitable item. The first thing we looked at doing this new auto ungate method here. Let's see. So yeah, Amazon's gone right now. 18 something max cost. It's size 12s. Size 12. Is that the same color? Yeah, flax and wheat. Okay, cool. Yeah, these are gonna be profitable because we can use discounted gift cards here. So we can go to Belk. Looks like they're 14% off today. So we can get these for $20 right there. We're getting 20% off with our discounted gift cards, buying for 16. Bang, right? So again, all we did, run the Boxem auto ungate report. I knew that this brand was on here, so I skipped a step on camera at least, but I got this from a scan last night, pulled up this listing, storefront stock. First thing we looked at was profitable pair of pants here. After that, like discounted gift cards, pretty good too. 50% ROI, $38. Yeah, so you can go replicate that right now. Just storefront stocking off of what's working for you there. We recommend purchasing in bulk when doing Amazon, but doing retail arbitrage, having trouble keeping inventory stock. Yeah, that makes total sense. Like retail arbitrage is a good way to like get your feet wet for sure. But it's going to be pretty, like there are some people who scale it to big operations, but you're going to need like employees and team and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, like start with those retail arbitrage products you've already found and see if you can get them online, or look at similar products. You've learned a lot that'll be useful towards that for sure. And just in terms of like starting to buy the same stuff online. Let's see. You could be a VA or something like that too, well easy. If it sounds like you don't have enough money to start your own thing. Lots of ungates. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, lots of, like we were saying, there's tens of thousands of brands have been ungated on Boxem in the last like literally 24 hours. Very, very cool. Let's see. 9 months ago, you didn't know anything. Now you're almost 100K in sales. 50. Oh, you're 15, Dennis. Damn, that's awesome, man. I feel like you probably said that before, but shooting for $1 million profit in 5 years, that's very achievable, man. Yeah, that's awesome, man. You did 100K in sales at 15. What a lot of people in chat aren't gonna like that. Too many excuses to make for ourselves. Let's see. Do you have a lot of returns for clothing products? They're definitely gonna be more returned for sure. But you just make sure you have plenty of profit. So like we were just looking at like jeans, for example. those are 52% ROI. So I don't have a problem with that. If they're 25% ROI, no way. If it's 25% ROI and it's, you know, toothpaste or groceries or something like that, sure, I'll try it if it's nice and stable. Target give you invoice. Yeah, any legit retail store you buy from, you can use to ungate things that require invoices. Yeah, just make sure you're always shipping to the address on your seller account, or at least billing to it. So like for those of us that use prep centers, just put your billing address as your Amazon address, so it links it all together and proves that you're actually buying a legit inventory, basically. Sweet, probably a good spot to wrap up Boxem office hours here for the day, though. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. Once again, go grab a 2-week free trial of Boxem so you guys can play around with the auto ungates, and also anything. I know a lot of us are using, you know, spreadsheets or other tools to track your profit, make shipments, that kind of stuff. Boxem's also the best way to handle all that. So literally anything you do that's not just specifically sourcing products that you'll do on SellerAmp and Keepa, that Boxem will be like an improvement on your systems for. Sweet. Yeah, appreciate you guys. A couple good questions. When do you continue storefront stalking? You should always be storefront stalking. Yeah, it's the best way to like find new opportunities. Appreciate you, Dennis. See, noticed you went through it. Had the prompt to sell and had requirement an invoice. Run with that stuff, and I'll